People are so enslaved to elitism and they don't even know it. Yet all it takes is one celebrity telling you what you should think, and that's how you think. The real patriarchal system is all these elites convincing you that men ain't shit, you shouldn't want a family, and you should focus on your career so that you can be enslaved to companies and corporations. The real misogynists are all the people that convinced you that objectifying and sexualizing yourself is liberation, because guess what? Now, real misogynists don't even gotta try for the pussy, you'll just give it up. And the government loves all of this shit, because so long as you think that women like me and men who actually value you and want a good wife are your enemy, you will never wake up to realize that the true enemy is all these celebrities that are in cahoots with the government that feed us all the same fucking lies.
I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies.
Just more reasons why porn will go down as one of the most, if not the most, toxic drugs in the history of humanity. And then there's this juvenile notion in mainstream media that we're supposed to respect and even praise sex work. I'm sorry, but there's just no reason why sex work is a respectable occupation. Now, I can understand and sympathize that some people are just born into or put in desperate situations, and that's the only way they can see out. Just like I can understand and sympathize with those in low socioeconomic situations who either commit crimes or steal to survive. But that doesn't make what they do acceptable, nor is it worthy of being considered respectable. The negative impacts of sex workers in that whole industry, from causing porn addictions to promoting and incentivizing dangerous stereotypes, cannot be overlooked in the name of acceptance.
Like, you got to think about how many of the same women want him.
Hey, you know, y'all tried to make Kevin Samuels seem like the bad guy, but that's all he was trying to explain to y'all. You want these high value, good looking, do everything for you men. But the same way you want him, there is a majority of women that want him as well. And if he has the option to choose basically whatever woman he wants, the chances of him choosing a woman that doesn't meet him financially, is not fit, feminine, or friendly, and come with another man's kids that he gonna have to take care of, is about the same chance as you walking into Las Vegas with $500 and leaving out with $1 million. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow because it makes you have to face the poor choices you made in your life, but that's what comes with being an adult. You have to accept the consequences of your actions.
Women are always so supportive of female comedians. Yeah, like... Take it easy. Like, every night I have some chick who gets mad, like, you were funny and everything, but I thought you were kind of like, I thought it was kind of like, you know, it had like undertones. It was like misogyny. I go, bitch. That's a joke.
Standpoint on women is gonna change the moment you like meet the right woman. Yeah.
That's cute, but no, I mean, I have, I've had love for women, but I'm never going to fall in love with a woman, because when you fall in love with a woman, what happens is you start to lose grounding and you start to lose that rational thought. A lot of the stupid things that men do is because of love.
So you're scared to be vulnerable?
No.
And let yourself go and be in love? Like, you're going to block yourself from like emotion and to feel for something that could be really amazing for you because you're scared to be vulnerable?
No, because I understand that men and women are different, and men love women far differently than women love men. Men love women for real. Women love men.
Women love men for real?
No, they don't.
Yes,
women love men under the premise that they provide value. Men love women idealistically. Women tend to love men more from an opportunistic standpoint.
If a woman goes and has a kid by somebody else, and she comes home and says, this is your baby, you find out 3 years later that that's not your kid, and she lied to you the whole time, and she knew.
Oh,
you've been raising this kid as yours.
Maybe she didn't know, but she was unsure.
No, she knew. So you either way, you was doing something wrong. You should have known. There's no excuse. So anyway, you're raising this kid as your own. She know it ain't yours, and you've been paying for it. When he find out, so now he ain't got a right to beat her ass?
No.
But if it was the opposite way around, she would have the right
He's
to
supposed
smack
to get
the hell
on
out
her,
of him,
take her
right?
to court, be
so
mad,
if it's the other way around,
no,
then,
he shouldn't have put his hand.
she has a right to smack him because she's mad because she got done wrong. So there's a difference, right?
I think so.
You crazy.
I think so. I think
that's what's wrong with society.
When women leave you for whatever reason, they go out there, they experience, right? They experience things. You know, it's not even, you know, because they'll be like, oh, I miss you. It's not even that they miss you. It's just that, A, I want to see if you stupid, or, you know, I want to see if I can still, you know, control you, or B, I couldn't replace you, or I'm tired of getting fucked and tossed. And these guys are treating me like I wanted to be but I don't want to be forever. So can you treat me like the queen that you used to treat me? This is why they come back to you. It ain't got nothing to do with no contact. I gave her space and all that. And I want to drill that in your head.
Actually, I was giving a man advice on how to avoid the friend zone. What I was doing was teaching men how they should be to get women, and also how they should be to respect themselves when they're in the pursuit of women. But if women want to come on here and teach men, be my guest. But y'all don't do it. And when you do it, the advice that you give men would disqualify them from most women, because most women don't even know what they want anyways. And a lot of women don't even know what this guy did in order to get them. So if that's true, which it is for a lot of women, how are you going to come on here and teach men a class? Teach a class to men on how to get women, because you don't know how you were gotten in the first place. I'd rather take advice from a person that successfully sells a product than take advice from somebody who keeps buying the fucking product. Because men are very simple. A, B, C, and D. This is what you need to do. That'll get her. And they'll do it. They'll do it perfectly. They just need to know. But you're not teaching them what A, B, C, and D is, because you don't even know yourself. There's a lot of good men that are sleeping alone that wish they had a good woman to wrap their arms around. And they'd be good for you. But they don't know what to do. They don't know what you want. But then y'all are going to be on here, well, I'll teach. Okay, then show them. But the advice that y'all give isn't very good. For example, women would never give this advice, but I will. All right? There was this girl. I liked her. She liked me. She was doing all the things that I like and appreciate, and it was a great vibe going. She started doing things that I didn't like, that I thought wasn't right. This shit was improper. So what did I do? I pulled my time and attention away from her. So whenever we were around each other, I acted like she didn't fucking exist. What did that make her do? That made her flip her fucking lid and then evaluate her own actions and realize, well, I need his fucking attention. I need his time. Why isn't he acknowledging me? And then she came up to me and asked me what she did wrong, and then we resolved the whole fucking thing. Because doing that also, and I know people are going to have a problem with that, doing that let her know I don't fuck around. I'm masculine. I have a solid framework. I'm not here to play games with you. I respect myself, and here's what I also expect. I will do all the things that you want, and I will make you feel all the great ways you like feeling when it comes to being involved with me. But when you start going off the deep end with this shit, I'm going to pull away. When do women ever gave that advice? Because that advice, most women would respect that. Because I'm showing you that I have a backbone and I'll stand up for myself. Women hate a motherfucker that don't stand up for himself. But that's the advice that women would give. It would almost neuter men to the point where it's like, don't have a backbone, be submissive, and buy her a bunch of shit. You're going to teach men how to get cheated on. Is that it? So again, if women want to come on here and give solid, great advice to men on how to get them, be my guest. I'll praise you, stitch your video, duet it, all that stuff. But you're not doing that, because there's a lot of good men that are by themselves and they're fucking depressed when they shouldn't be, because they are good men.
A lot of women saying, well, there's just no gentleman anymore. You know, there's no gentleman. I want a gentleman. And I think part of the problem is that guys don't know how to behave anymore. You know, they were gentlemen for a really long time. They were opening the doors. They were doing all this stuff. And then modern feminism slides in and says, don't do that for women. They can do it for themselves. That's so condescending of you to try to open that door or try to pay for that dinner. So a lot of guys just said, okay, fine. I'm not going to insult you by being a gentleman, so do it yourself. So guys are trying to figure out now, they've got some women saying we want a gentleman, and they have other women saying we're insulted when you act like a gentleman. I think they're like, what do I do? A lot of time, and a lot of guys are just confused.
Women are so overrated. We went from not listening to them to now it's just, you know, ridiculous. Like that believe women. It's like all of them. How about 85%? I'll give you 87%, all right? But that last 13% that keys your car, lights your on fire, and puts a family pet in a pot of stew. I miss, tougher parenting and evidence. Those are the things that I miss from my childhood. Somebody says something happened, and then someone else goes, well, I said it happened this way. Like, they had to figure it out. Yeah, that doesn't exist now on social media. It's just frontier justice. You feel how nervous everybody just got in here? The fact that I just suggested that there should be due process?